Welcome back to the show, Action Taker. Today we're talking to Marissa Romero. She's been on the show before, and I've got a lot of respect and admiration for her. She's got a very successful YouTube channel, over 8 million views, 200,000 subscribers, and she's just done a spectacular job of building a business, which started as an affiliate marketing business, but has evolved into kind of like a group coaching mastermind type business. So listen, if you're trying to monetize your YouTube, Marissa is your girl. Today's episode is a little weird. It's a little different. It's a little bit, I don't want to use the word dark, but it's a little bit heavy. We're going to talk about the challenges that life throws at us as entrepreneurs. And she's no stranger to that. She's dealt with a lot of different challenges, and we kind of get into pregnancy. And I've got two kids, 5.5 and 2.5, and you might even see some guest appearances if you stay tuned. The reality is, as a parent, as an entrepreneur, you never know what life is going to throw at you. And we're going to talk about Marissa's journey as she had a surprise happen. Hint, hint, spoiler, spoiler. So listen up, stay tuned. You're really going to love this episode right here coming up. Oh yeah, and by the way, hit the subscribe button. There's a huge plethora of great shows in this series. We got everyone from Pat Flynn, David Meltzer, Evan Carmichael's been on the show, Marissa Romero's been on the show. So there's some really, really fantastic guests that have been on the program. Go back and check them out. Tell a friend. All right, let's talk to Marissa about life as an entrepreneur and how it just kind of throws us for loops. Let's get into it. Marissa, welcome back to the show. How are you?
Mark, it's great to be back. It's an honor, pleasure. Thank you so much. Doing great.
Yeah, well, listen, it's totally an honor of mine. And by the way, if you're just hopping in, I'll put a link below. We had Marissa on the show last year, and she dropped so much wisdom on affiliate marketing. And there's been some big changes in Marissa's life since then. And you know, we often think of glamorizing and making entrepreneurship seem so simple and so just laid out, right? But there have been some major changes in your life recently. So let's just catch everyone up to date. What's new in the life of Marissa? What's happening?
Yeah. Well, I'll just say it out. I'll get it out. I'm pregnant. I am 6 months pregnant, I believe. At the recording of this, I'm 24 weeks pregnant. And yeah, it was of something that was not planned. You know, that has been the biggest, this has been the biggest change ever of my life. And so I think I would say, like, where I am in my business, I felt like I was at a point mid last year, end of last year, where I could finally do some big scaling and just, you know, really take the vision of this company now, which it's you know, I totally went from solopreneur to having a business that I consider a company now, and taking that to new heights. And then my fiance at the time, now my husband. So I've recently gotten married as well. So just a whole bunch of things that we'll dive into.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah. But
well, I want to hear about this shift, but I want to kind of contextualize this a little bit. Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit more about your business. You know, I first found you on YouTube as I was trying to build affiliate links, trying to generate revenue for my shows and my programming. And really that's what you're doing, right? YouTube, affiliate marketing, teaching people how to make money with affiliate marketing, right? So how has that evolved into the business that you're scaling out now?
Yeah. So I'm a YouTuber, content creator, and that's how my business started. So back in 2018, April 2018 is when I started my YouTube channel. And at that point, Mark, I had to start because I was desperate for money. Like, I had no other choice financially. It was just looking very red. It was down. And so I started my YouTube channel to make money and to create revenue. And so the first year that I got started with my channel, it was just me figuring it all out. You know, I made a good chunk of my money. I'd say 90% of my revenue that first year was with affiliate marketing. And, you know, naturally, it's like when you get these results and when you start to grow an audience for yourself, people start to notice you and ask, like, you know, affiliate marketing, like, we want to know more. And so that was my first kind of love and expertise and thing that I got started with online. But later on, as a couple of years went by, I started to shift to my own products and my own my own courses and stuff, because for me, affiliate marketing is amazing. And I highly suggest every single business and company out there to have affiliate streams of income. However, for me, it is a gateway income stream or business model to have your own stuff. Because at the end of the day, there are so many things about these affiliate programs and products that I cannot control because I'm not the owner. And so that's what motivated me to start my own, what is now the Subscribers to Sales membership, which is where we teach creating online businesses by leveraging the YouTube platform. And that's my expertise and what I love doing.
So it's like a training / mastermind hybrid where you give the kind of the support and the resources to win with YouTube, right?
Yeah. So it's a membership. So there's a curriculum piece and the community piece. So we have, support calls and then the course part of it. Yeah.
And that's kind of where I'm at with my business too, Marissa, because one of the issues that you get with a lot of these expensive courses is the completion rate. People don't complete them, right?
Yeah.
And I've thought about that a lot. I mean, I've worked with clients that have hired coaches, $40,000, $50,000 for a coach, and they walk away and they actually got nothing out of it. And so at any rate, I think it's really important that as creators, if we find something that works, how can we replicate that? How can we teach other people to do that? And so that makes a lot of sense, right? So and I remember actually talking about when you were launching this course, this program. So I'm glad that it's working, first of all, which isn't a surprise. You got 200,000 subscribers, all these different streams of income. By the way, so I want to segue into the next part of your story, which is evolving here. But I am curious, in 2021, last year, how much did you make from affiliate marketing on your YouTube channel?
Let's see, from my YouTube channel, I think the final number was something like 35,000, like the actual number. And it's interesting you bring that up because it's kind of been a shift to where it used to be like 90% of my income, where it's now gone down to one of the lesser income streams. And I talked about this, I think on a recent video where, to me, for example, I know we're not talking about brand deals, but like brand deal income, I made even a little bit less than that for brand deal income. And it was the hardest income that I made. Like stress wise, it was very hard money to make. Right. And so
why is that, do you think?
It's just, it's hard. It's really hard because all of these companies, when you get to a certain, like I'd say when you get to like the 50,000 subscriber mark, you really start to get noticed and you start to get emails in your inbox and inquiries about, can you do a campaign? Can you do a video? Can we collab, partnership? And so last year I had this goal. I'm like, I want to make 6 figures in brand deals. And that didn't happen. But the money that I did made, it was very difficult because these companies, it's all about them. Right? It's all about them and what you're able to produce for them. It's very, very one-sided, and the campaign has to be perfect. So it's like they have all these rules and guidelines. You have to disclose to your audience what that it is a sponsored video, by FTC law, and you if you turn in the draft, they're like, okay, well, we need you to change this, and this. So it takes away an element of creativity. The other thing too is like for those YouTubers out there that have businesses behind their channels, this this video is forever going to go to their link. And so it's kind of like, it's kind of sucks for you, especially if the video goes viral, like you, the creator, it's like, man, I sent all this traffic to this company. But anyway, it's very stressful because the back and forth, and then sometimes there's problems with payments, and it's just contracts. It just it's not glamorous the way people think it is. And last year I was like, oh, now I have, I'm closing in on 200K subs and I have this big channel. I'm like, I need to be making brand deal money. And honestly, this year I'm like, I don't care. I don't even want to do one brand deal because it's exhausting. So just a different perspective. Like, yes, it's great to do, but honestly, it's very demanding for the creator, and your energy, good energy gets used on these videos, a lot of energy.
You have to be thoughtful. And that's something I've been really thoughtful about going to this year is last year I was creating all these custom solutions for custom people with custom projects. And that's, to your point, it's very exhausting. It's tiring. Yeah. So that's something I really think about as an after hours entrepreneur trying to build up streams of income, you know, make it replicable, make it scalable, right? Build a system out because then you can automate. You have, you know, like I have a podcast launch kit for clients. Every time I bring on a new client, we know exactly what we're delivering. You could also explain it more clearly. Custom solutions are just a huge mess. They're a huge mess. So again, let's kind of, so at this point, you built out these different streams of income. You're making cash in different ways. You're owning your audience, which to your point, affiliate marketing is great. It's a great way to diversify. But if you don't own the product or if you don't own that website, there's ways that they can shut down affiliate links, which companies do. Companies do shut down affiliate links.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to mention about the brand deal to wrap that whole thing together was the affiliate income was all hands off. Like it was just super hands off. Like I didn't have to lift a finger versus, you know, all the hours and hours of effort and energy that went into these brand deals and sponsorships. Like that's the difference. You know what I mean? Even though the affiliate income is a lower percentage now of the company's revenue, it's so great because it's hands off. And once you establish, you know, these reoccurring income streams for those products that you're promoting with subscription based payments, it's great because it's just hands off, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. And again, we're kind of getting deep into the weeds on Marissa's business here. And that's partially because I'm really, I really admire what you've done a lot and watching you over the years kind of evolve. And again, you definitely want to check out episode 1 where we kind of, you're kind of missing the first part of the story here. So Marissa, you launched this show or the mastermind program. It's doing well. And then pregnancy happens. Right. I guess I'm kind of, you know, giving you a layup here. Tell me about that, because as a fella, it doesn't impact me in the same way. Although I do have 2 kids. So I understand that like kids change everything. Pregnancy changes everything. How did that put stress on your business? Did you want to just throw up your hands and say like, this isn't going to work? Did you have to implement new systems, automations? You have to bring help in? What did that look like for you, Marissa?
Well, it looked like, let's see, last year was an interesting year in my business because I had launched initially my membership in my program in 2020. And in the middle of 2021, I closed it. I closed the whole program because I was getting ready for a relaunch. And there was a lot of reorganization going on my team, which is also a huge stressor in my life. Very, very emotional time for me, just making these changes that I had to make on my team. So there was that. And
by the way, I want to attest to that. Anytime you have to let someone go or restructure, that is something that doesn't get talked about at all. Right. Very, very difficult for everybody. Very difficult.
Yeah. Especially when, you know, legally you have to deal with things and contracts that were made. And it's just, it's almost like you're not able to work literally because you have to deal with these things that are going on with your team and the operations and admin side of the business that's not fun at all. So I was dealing with that last summer of 2020, you know, reorganizing teams, having to let go of a person and also having to deal with a breakup of a business partner. And so these things, honestly, Mark, kind of like left me like laid emotionally flat on my ass. Crying, very, very emotional. And you just don't know how to deal with it. And the more you grow as a business and a business owner, there's no one that could relate to what you're going through. It's like, you know, you don't know who to talk to. So that was the end of like the summer going into the fall of 2021. And so now this is to September 2021. I was having like sleepless nights, just to paint a picture, like sleepless nights, very little sleep. I was barely able to make YouTube videos. I think that was probably the only thing I was doing. At the time I was living in Mexico, and you know, my fiance and I at the time were also trying to get his fiance visa application for him to finally come to the US through. So at this moment was when we found out we were pregnant, and we're just like, how is this possible? What do you mean? Like,
I'll tell you how it's possible.
it's very real and possible. So,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm like, okay, wow. I didn't know what to think. Like it was kind of like denial. And I was just like, no way. Like, and so anyway, at that point is when we confirmed like with the doctor, like, yeah, this is the real, there's a baby in there. We heard the heartbeat and it's a pregnancy and this is going to happen. I'm like, okay. But then it's like, well, for us, the first trimester is there. Like you're in the first trimester, which means for 99% of women that you're physically going to go through some things that you've never felt in your life. Hormonally, just symptoms, just things that don't allow you cannot work. I mean, I was blessed to not have first trimester symptoms as bad as I've heard of other women, but I mean, you're not eating, you don't have an appetite, you're exhausted all the time, you always feel sick, like you always feel like this, you're gonna throw up. Like it's just really ugly things. And you're just like, you can't do anything about it. I mean, for me, let's see, for about 7 weeks, 7-8 weeks, this was happening for me. And during that time, it's just, maybe I would work 2 to 3 hours a day. The rest of the day, it just depended. I would lay on my bed. I would, try to get some fresh air by the pool, but yeah, you can't do anything. And it's a very defeating feeling,
So, well, because you're building these, and part of the magic of building businesses, generating income, putting money in people's pockets is it creates like a sense of purpose, a sense of legacy. And when you're separated from actually being able to meet that life purpose, I mean, not to mention that financially it's probably a big concern. Kids are expensive. Spoiler alert, kids are expensive. But if you have more expenses and less income, like how do you deal with that kind of stress? Was your fiance able to step up and like, how do you handle that kind of stress in a case like that?
Mm-hmm. Well, when my symptoms are finally over, they call it like the second trimester. I don't even know. You just feel normal again. Besides the fact that you're pregnant, you feel normal. So I remember one day I woke up and it was like 3 days in a row where I woke up and I'm like, oh, I feel better. And it was just like, all of a sudden you just feel better. And I was just like, thank goodness I feel better, because some women don't. They feel like that their whole pregnancy. And I was so scared of that. But anyway, at that time, it was just like, okay, it's time to get to work. I have the energy now. And there was a lot of rebuilding and reconstructing to do. So it's like I knew that the number one priority for the end of 2021 was launching the membership. So the subscribers to sales membership. I'm like, that has to get launched because there was so much drama from the whole year that didn't allow it to get launched. Another thing was I redid a pocket product. So a pocket product is a low ticket item that you sell. So it could be like anywhere from $9.99 to $100, something that you sell one time, ebook, a short course, mini training, whatever. So what I really did was I looked at my business and I just kind of like redug it all up and just threw a lot of it away and just started building from scratch. That's honestly how I can describe what I did, starting mid-October to the end of going out of 2021 was just everything, like redoing that pocket product, redoing email sequences, redoing the top of my funnel lead magnet, just so many things, because I knew that I had to, nothing else. Well, obviously that's going to bring in revenue, because the launch was at the end of the year was really successful, something that I was really proud of. But those are the things that are going to get the gears in motion for the revenue when you're looking to automate things in the future. So that was kind of step one of this whole thing, is like getting the automation for the revenue in place and getting it rebuilt. Okay. Because
Right. While you still have some energy to do it, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. And so for the subscribers to sales course, it was I just have to say it's like, I'm talking like so many business things, but at the same time I was dealing with confidence, just my confidence levels being at an like all-time low, my energy just kind of being at an all-time low as well, me being in this funky routine because I wasn't in the same routine as I had always been in, because I'm very big on routine and diet and just all these things, having everything dialed
Mm.
in. And so it was just all of these things where you just have to you just really have to give yourself some grace day to day. You have to be very just respectful of how you're feeling and just not be so go go go, and actually respect the things that you're getting done, because I would fall into this trap of getting to the end of the day and just focusing so much on what would not get done. And I'm just like, well, damn, well, just look at all the things that did get done. Like, you know what you did this week? You redid your entire ebook. Like, that's huge. So yeah. And so I would have to say that I had a lot of just things in my head, just a lot of blocks, a lot of confidence issues with launching a program where I didn't even create the actual content with it, because somebody had told me, they're like, Maris, you don't need to have the course done to launch. And I'm like, really? And so it was going back to that, it took me a lot of convincing myself that I could do this and launch the program, sell the curriculum without having the curriculum done, and position it to them as like, you know what, this is like a done with you program. And it has been. I'm actually still rolling out the new curriculum, and I'm still working on delivering the new content to the students. And so that was huge for me. Yeah. Going out of 2021.
Well, Marissa, it's often said that we are our own worst enemies and we're so hard on ourselves. And I just got to say that you got to be proud of your uniqueness, right? And so this is something I've been thinking a lot about lately as I interview people that are just really crushing it online. They're building these great businesses. Is they really just find what makes them unique and they shine a spotlight on it. And that uniqueness is so powerful. I heard this before and it just really stood out to me that the worst thing you can be is forgettable. So, are you looking at leveraging, I don't want to say leveraging the pregnancy because these are our kids, right? We don't leverage our kids. We're not putting them on stage, but are you seeing this journey through pregnancy as a businesswoman, merging them together as something that's going to make you more unique and stand out more in the marketplace? Is that something you're thinking about doing, or how do you see yourself kind of moving through this process over the coming months and years?
Yeah, no, I think this is something I was never sure. I was kind of more on the side of I don't want to be a mom for a long time. But I thought to myself, if I ever am a mom, like, yeah, like I'm all in, like I'm sure I'd be a great mom. And so now that it's here, I just think about how I can actually, put mother on my title and relate to all of these women who are doing it. And that's really cool to me. And I also think that I follow, she's like a mom influence. She's an influencer for motherhood.
Momfluencer, maybe?
Yeah, but she talks about mom things, like mindset around motherhood.
Maybe it's Charlene or, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, well, anyway, she had this story the other day she made this statement of how you in life you don't get really what you want, but instead you get what you need. Okay. And that was so powerful to me because it's like, I didn't want my YouTube channel to get hacked and deleted back in 2022, but it's what I needed, right? I didn't want all of, these, crazy things that 2021 happened just personally, business wise. I didn't want any of those things, but it's what I needed in order to be able to relate to other people, to share the journey. And so I think that was really powerful. And so instead, because and back to your point about it being scary, like as far as just financial and kids are expensive, I just think to myself, it's like, this is exactly what I need, because it's going to really, this baby is here because it's forcing me to probably do so many things and to push me into a comfort zone or an uncomfort zone that I never would have arrived at if it wasn't for this child. So that's, I'm really thinking that, yeah, as far as like being able to say that I'm a mom and to see it from the perspective of parents is, it'll be an honor. Like, it'll be great.
You're going to be be
Yeah.
awesome. If there's one thing I could define you as, it's resilient. You're very resilient to the challenges that get thrown at you. And, I think about this a lot, actually, because I'm a father of two. I got a 5.5-year-old and a 2.5-year-old. And I wonder, I kind of like, I guess, fantasize of building a business without kids and all this free time and energy, and it would be so easy. But at the same time, at least personally in my journey, I wonder if I even would have a business without my kids, because having my first child, it brought something out of me that I didn't know that I had, right? And all of a sudden you realize that life is more than the 9 to 5 that you're at. And you don't always know that's going to snap you out of it. You know what I mean? But for me, it was children. And in my experience, kids give you the highest highs and the lowest lows, which I don't mean to scare you or anything, but that's been my personal experience. Speaking of which, it looks like one of them is popping over here. Hey, I'll be out in a minute. Okay, buddy?
I can take my buckets out.
Oh,
Come here. I'm going to bring him on. This is a special guest appearance. This has never been done before. Hey, Oliver, what's up?
hi, Oliver.
You going to show your book? Show your book. So, Ollie, what would you say to Marissa here? What would you tell her about being a mom? What's up with kids?
Mommy.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, Ollie. Anything else you want to say?
Yeah.
What do you think about business?
Business.
Business, the business. All right. See you later, buddy. I'll see you in a minute.
Love
Okay.
it. Bye, Oliver.
Bye, Dad.
Oh,
It's kind of like perfect timing because bye-bye. It's kind of like perfect timing. I normally try to keep the door closed, but I go serendipity at its best, I suppose. Anyway, you get to look forward to that, the impromptu meetings. All right, cool. So I do want to segue just a little bit because I do have a couple questions here, Marissa, from the Mark Savant Mastermind. We've got a group of amazing podcasters, and they had some questions. So I want to give a shout out to Dave over at Upcycle Canada, and he's got a question about affiliate marketing. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to lay it out for you because this is what you do. This is what Marissa does. She teaches you how to turn affiliate links into cash. So evergreen content, Marissa, right? One of the things that we love is passive income, but it seems like everything now is so dictated by trends. Any suggestions for finding and creating a piece of evergreen content that can continuously bring in affiliate leads? Anything we should be looking?
a type of evergreen content that could, really any type of evergreen title, like on your YouTube channel, like, because that's my specialty is YouTube. I mean, even on a blog and website, that SEO traffic is very powerful as well. But any title that could be evergreen for the foreseeable future. So it could be a review video. So review traffic is very powerful. But I would also even say, and when I say review video, it's like, reviewing this product to another product. It could be a top five travel backpacks. That's a great one as well. But even I would offer that the best evergreen titles to just get affiliate traffic forever are those that talk about just like the 5, let's see, what's a good one? Like the 5 things you should consider when starting a new Instagram. So something that you can make evergreen for a long time. And what I mean by that is you can have this title. So top 5 X tips, methods, hacks, whatever in 2020. So let's say I made this video in 2020. You could change the title like that to 2021. You can change it to 2022. So it's going to be relevant for years to come. Maybe it's, if you're talking about marriage, like 5 signs or 5 different ways that you can save your marriage from divorce. So, something that is going to be relevant for this audience, and for people that are going to have this problem in the future, for years to come. Those are the things where you can really dominate with having an affiliate service or product in the description that you're talking about. And even like I was talking to a student this morning about, he has a cooking channel, and I thought, he could kill it with just making an evergreen video about a blender or, an expensive tool in the kitchen, where he demonstrates, maybe it's a juicer, a mixer, just a blender, something that an air fryer, something where it's a high price point, and you can really make, let's say, I heard of someone just from promoting a blender video making like $20,000 in 2 years just from this one product. I'm like, oh my God. So, those I would say are the best types of evergreen content that you could make for your affiliates.
Well, I definitely like the idea of just updating your name, updating the title. That's something it takes a couple minutes. You see blogs do this a lot. YouTubers do this a lot. I love the idea about verses. Like my biggest, I guess, payout affiliate link videos or versus videos, this product versus this product, this software versus this product. I don't know. People like conflict. Go figure. Who would have thought? I also think another thing that's relevant here, and just to answer a question from Bez Rengifo here, I'll answer this question, is, making sure that you're creating videos that are being searched for. Make sure you're creating content search for, right? Because if you're creating some sort of specialty niche down type of thing that only 1,000 people are searching for, it's probably going to be hard to get a hit. When you're talking about something like affiliate marketing, there were 2.4 million searches on YouTube last month for affiliate marketing. Right.
Yeah.
So, I think that's an important thing too. Is there anything that you look for when deciding on the exact type of search? Is there any sort of benchmark you look for, Marissa?
So like when you're doing keyword research for a title?
Yeah, for a title, or not even necessarily just the title, but for like the topic that you want to cover,
So I would have to say, Mark, that at this point, I don't do that anymore. Like I actually don't, and I don't want to, say, what's the word, discourage your audience, or even, just beginners getting started. Like, nope, that's not what I do at all. But it's kind of like at this point, at this level in my business and my audience and the size of my channel, I just go for content and video titles that I know are just going to convert, that are going to get the most views, even if they, like, let's say my title is, I don't know, work from home jobs or something like that. It has really nothing to do with an affiliate product. But if there's one affiliate program that I mentioned in the work from home jobs, like a website that has remote jobs and my affiliate link is in it, that's really what I'm going for. So it's a combination of, keywording, yes, but it's also a combination of, at least for YouTube channels, what's already performed well on your channel.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. Is as you pump out more content, you get a better feel for what people are interested in, right? And I'm definitely with you there. One last question here for you, Marissa, on the affiliates. Do you feel like there's a problem with sharing too many affiliate links in your descriptions, or kind of overloading people with too many affiliate links? Should you just focus on just one affiliate link? What are your thoughts on that? Yeah,
I would say overloading is in general a problem, and it's not a bad problem. It's a problem in the sense that there's too many options for your viewer. So at least what I promote now in my description is I only promote my top 2, maybe 3 max programs that I like, tools that I promote, and nothing else. I think it's different if you have, let's say, like if you're a tech channel, or if you're a cooking channel, or a channel that has a lot of, like a DIY channel with like lots of arts and crafts, and you're listing out like every single thing, like the paintbrushes, the glue, the whatever, all the materials. I think that's different, because there are people genuinely interested in saying like, hey, I want to duplicate that project. Let me really just go buy everything that she talked about. I think that's different when you list your Amazon affiliate products, like, all the equipment used in this video to cook this or to make this DIY craft. That I think is valid. However, for you to just list a ton of affiliate links that don't really relate to each other, and are just kind of going everywhere. Like it's
Yeah.
a referral program from this guy's membership. It's, this business tool. It's all these, it's very distracting. And instead of people making a decision to get something from an affiliate link, more than likely they'll just leave because there was too many options. So
Yeah.
I would say, narrow it down to your top, few products that you're promoting. And if you really want to take it to the next level, then you can create a funnel around your best performing affiliate product.
Yeah, I think Sean Cannell calls it the paralysis by analysis. If you give people too much, they just don't take any action. A super common mistake with calls to action too. I'll hear someone like, I'll bring on guests and they're like, oh, make sure you follow me on Instagram, email me at info@info.com. And oh yeah, by the way, make sure that you like and subscribe here. And I've got this new course coming out. It's like, bro, just give me one. Keep it simple, keep it straight, which by the way, you got to find out what Marissa's doing at marissaromero.com. marissaromero.com. Well, Marissa, this was a pleasure. And I gave you a sneak peek as to what motherhood's going to be like as you grow your business, because the kiddos, they're there all the time. So yeah, it's good stuff.
I'm looking forward to it.
You're going to be awesome. You're going to be resilient. And thanks for inspiring the next generation of mothers out here that are creating their own businesses from home and doing it very gracefully. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks for listening. I know you can empathize with some of the madness that happened here. Again, entrepreneurship is not just a straight hockey stick. It's not even a straight line. It is wobbly. It is wiggly. It's just a wild ride. So thanks for joining it with us. Thanks for allowing me to be part of your wild ride. I'd love to hear more about it. Hit me up, contact@marksavantmedia.com. One of my goals is to get on as many phone calls as I can with people just like you, see how I can support people just like you. So hit me up, contact@marksavantmedia.com. We'll catch you next time on the show. Peace.